Hello, Steve Klassen, BFM Foundation Canada, reaching out to you from Newmarket, Ontario. Wow, we have had a wild and crazy few weeks. Oh my goodness. Our country is shut down. North America is shut down. Our entire planet is shut down. Of course, we are hearing that some countries are starting to reopen slowly, and that's very, very exciting. It's very exciting. Unfortunately, it's going to be still quite the run before we will start reopening. However, it's coming, and we are super excited. I just needed to reach out and just to share how excited I am of how you have gone so far over and above, even in the midst of this crisis. Our volunteers, man, I spent some time just over the phone, obviously, with one of our store board members, and he's part of an independent living center. He lives in this center, and he's been going around at a distance, of course, just sharing and talking to the individuals in the center and many of the volunteers, and he's asking, so, when the time comes, are you ready? And they're just like, yes. They're just so eager and so desperate to get back into their stores. It is so exciting to hear, so exciting. It's been amazing to see our store staff who work so hard to make our stores happen. Their lives have changed. They've been so disrupted from this situation, but they've amazing story after story of how they too are caring for those around or caring for one another. There's a manager call, and it's just a call where they're sharing the concerns, but you know what, it has transitioned, from obviously immediate concerns to what does that look like when you open? And the conversations have turned to the reopening, and they are very exciting conversations, and I'm super proud of all of our store staff, so thank you. Thank you. Our national board, it's been amazing to see how confident they are and how secure, and again, lots of communication back and forth, and they are just stable, and they're providing that stability that we need at this time. And so we're very thankful for our national board, and who are just there for us, and thank you for providing that level of leadership from a national board perspective. So thank you so much. Our support center staff, well, they've gone over and above. And constant, like this change, this whole transition, no one had been here before. We have no idea how to do this, and so we're all learning together. And early on, everything changed. It's like not even every day, every hour things change, and even now they continue to be very fluid. And it creates a significant challenge, but I'm so grateful that our support center staff, from the financial, for the regional directors and other support staff, they have just really come on and they've just ramped up, and I'm so proud of them. So thank you, support center staff. Bible League Canada is obviously going through a difficult time. Fortunately, they still have other funding streams, and of course, but we were the lion's share of the funding. And that's created some significant change. However, again, through extensive conversations with Paul, and it's so exciting that the ministry continues, that we hear story after story and environment after environment, country after country, how God is continuing to do great things, even though there isn't a significant funding coming their way. So yeah, it's very exciting to see that obviously God continues to do great work, and so we're very grateful. But we are eager. We're eager to get those funds flowing back to Bible League Canada for sure. Absolutely eager. During one of my recent quiet times, I was reading the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah is a story of how the Israelites are in exile. They're in an extremely difficult place, and some are still in Israel. But Israel's walls are broken down. Nehemiah is the cupbearer to the king. He's in a high political position. He hears that the walls of his people are broken down. He knows that with no walls, these people are in an extremely dangerous place. He begins weeping. It brings him to weeping. It brings him to prayer. It brings him to fasting. And his response is amazing. So he says to the king, I need to go, and I need to help my people. So with the king's blessing, he goes, and he sees the walls that are broken down. And again, with a collective group, they band together, and they begin to rebuild these walls, and it's not easy. There's different attacks from all kinds of different places. But eventually they come together, and what was amazing, and it's very similar to us, they came together on one specific gate, and another group on another gate, and another group on another gate. And again, it created this cohesive response. And in many ways, our walls are broken down. But we will see groups in this store, groups in this store, groups in this store, creating this cohesive response, perhaps at different times, depending on provincial legislation. But again, our volunteers will get back, our store staff will get back, our store boards will re-engage, and we will see support center staff coming alongside, helping to guide, helping to provide that support. We will see fantastic outcomes. We will come through this, and I strongly and firmly believe that we will come back better and better. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to reach out. A little bit of an outtake. Do 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 do. Shh! Please don't show that to anyone.